For me personally, I prefer back four over any over a five or over a three. The reason is the back four allows you to cover comfortably. It allows you to cover the side, the strong side where the ball is. So this will be the strong side, and it also allows us to cover the weak side. With the back four, I think you're a lot more balanced. For me, I prefer to defend on one line, and what that means is basically only one player leaves the back line at a time. So if the ball's on the left wing, the right back goes, the centre half comes across, your other centre half comes across, and your left back is in line with the back four. I'm a big believer in having that one line there. Same rule applies throughout the back four. So if the ball goes in there, the centre half comes, the rest of them tuck in, and they defend on one line. Again, it's if the ball goes across again, there, and you defend on one line. Same principle applies. It goes to the right winger, your left back goes, and then you defend on one line. For me, the benefit of that is that if you squeeze up, you're all on one line. It's a lot easier to play offside. Also, another major benefit is if you have your fullback higher, you create space in here, and that's where teams can hurt you. Strikers can peel into this gap, or you can even have wingers. If you've got the ball comes in there, you may get up a little bit, but it's still that ball in there is on. For me, if you're in there, that ball gets played in front of the fullback, which is a lot easier to defend rather than the fullback being turned. So for me, I'm a big believer in defending in one line. That's my personal preference. You get a lot of managers that defend in a dish shape. So you have your two fullbacks a lot higher than your centre halves. And the benefit of that is that it's easy to play offside. Your centre half, you have a good understanding, all they have to do is get up together and you catch somebody offside. Another benefit is on the second ball. As that ball is played and it bounces, the fullbacks there, if they're closer, can easily fight for the second ball. And that's how you keep possession. That's how you dominate games. So again, there's a big theory is if the fullbacks are high, they're strong on the second ball. However, if you're playing against a very good team out wide, it does allow that ball in there. So it depends who you're playing, your philosophy, your own plays. It all depends on the situation. For me, I've defended a lot of times with a flat line like that, but on top of that, I've also had times where you do play your dish and you can become strong on the second ball. The main rule with any back line is how to squeeze up and where the line should be. If you are trying to play and get up the pitch, every time the ball goes back, the general rule is to squeeze up. Now, if there's no pressure on the ball, what you don't want to be doing is squeezing up and him playing a ball in there. So the back line is dictated by what's on the ball. If there's pressure on it, there's nowhere that ball's going up top, you can squeeze right up and keep the space between the units quite close. If the ball goes square, and again there's pressure on it, you can squeeze up, and what happens is you get closer and closer to the ball, close enough so you can nick it. If there's no pressure on it and you stay high, you're going to be taking kick off very soon. If there's no pressure on it, what you've got to be doing is dropping. For me, you've got to drop together. That way, if that ball goes in there and he loses it, you've still got good cover. Again, if you apply my rule of defending on one line, if he loses that ball, at least he's got 1, 2, 3, and you can win the second ball. So for me, it's very important a back four understands how to defend, how the manager wants them to play. If there's no pressure on it, you stay deep. If there's pressure on the ball and they can't play over the top, you've got the freedom to go and play high, including your goalkeeper. See, the distance between the goalkeeper and the back four stays the same.